If you're in e-commerce, you know the email I'm talking about, the one from Google Merchant Center that just completely ruins your day. It usually starts with one word, suspension, and suddenly you feel like you've been thrown into a black box with no way out. Well, today we're going to talk about how to find the key. Does that look familiar? It's so cold, so generic. And just like that, poof, your ads are dead, your traffic is gone, and your revenue has slammed into a brick wall. I mean, it is an absolute gut punch, right? And this is always the next question, isn't it? What did I even do? The email gives you zero specifics, no clear path forward, so you're just left staring at your screen, totally baffled about what rule you could have possibly broken. And that's the real heart of the frustration. This isn't just some technical glitch, it's a super high-stakes guessing game. And every single hour you spend confused is another hour of lost sales. The clock is ticking and the pressure is just intense. And look, this isn't some theoretical problem. This quote right here is from someone who has been in the trenches. Rod Swer, the founder of the tool we're going to look at, he was on the front lines dealing with these exact suspensions. He felt that same pain, and that's what makes this so important. The solution he came up with was born from direct, real-world experience. So how in the world do you break this cycle? The key is to stop guessing and start thinking in a totally different way. Because it turns out these suspensions, they aren't as random as they feel. There are hidden patterns, and once you understand them, that's your first step out of the dark.
Okay, so here is the big aha moment. Somewhere in this whole process, a real person, a human reviewer, is actually looking at your site. This isn't just some faceless algorithm. They are literally following a checklist, looking for specific patterns that signal whether or not your business is trustworthy. And those patterns they're looking for, they're called trust signals. The best way to think about them is like clues that you leave all over your website. The reviewer's job is to piece all those clues together to build a picture of your business. Are you who you say you are? Are your promises consistent? Are you being transparent?
So what does that actually mean? Well, we can break this whole trust thing down into a pretty simple checklist. First up, identity. Is your business a real place? Can I contact you easily? Then, policies. Are your refund and shipping rules crystal clear and consistent everywhere on the site? Next, claims. Are the promises you're making about your products actually believable? And finally, pricing. Is it totally transparent or is there something misleading going on? These 4 pillars are basically what their entire decision rests on. Okay, so if the problem is a human reviewer spotting these negative patterns, then the solution is pretty clear, right? You need to get a reviewer on your team, someone who can spot the issues before Google ever sees your site. And this is where a tool like GMC Guard comes into the picture. What this tool does is it basically automates that whole thinking like a reviewer process for you. It crawls your key pages, your home page, your product pages, your policies, and it analyzes them specifically for those misrepresentation red flags that get you suspended. Think of it like your own personal early warning system. And we're not talking about some vague warning here. It gives you a specific, actionable report. I mean, look at this. Right at the top, a critical issue. It found that the refund policy says 14 days, but a product page somewhere else promises 30. That is the exact kind of thing a human reviewer is trained to catch in like 2 seconds. Then you've got a medium risk issue with exaggerated claims. This is how you stop guessing and get a concrete to-do list. And the full report, it goes way deeper than that. You get a trust score out of 100 so you can actually measure your site's health. It gives you the exact URLs and even the little snippets of text that are causing the problem, so no more hunting around. And this is a game changer. It gives you ready-to-paste text for your policies and a checklist to verify everything. Okay, so you've got the report. Now what? Well, it all boils down to a super simple 3-step action plan that takes you from being totally confused to being completely appeal ready. The whole process is designed to be really straightforward. First, you just run the audit. That gives you your baseline score and shows you exactly where the problems are. Step 2, you follow the roadmap. You use the checklist and those ready-to-paste fixes to clean up all the risks. And then step 3, and this is key, you rerun the audits to watch that trust score go up, confirming your changes actually worked before you even think about hitting that appeal button with Google. Now, you can tackle this in a couple of ways. The free plan is awesome for just getting your bearings, understanding your baseline risk. But that pro plan, that's where you really nail that 3rd step we just talked about, the iteration. It lets you rerun the audit after every single little fix, so you can literally watch your trust score climb and know for sure that you're ready to go. And hey, let's be super clear about one thing. No tool out there can guarantee you'll get reinstated. Google always has the final say. The goal here is to empower you. It's about replacing a panicked, fingers crossed appeal with one that is clean, solid, and shows you've proactively fixed every single thing you could. You're basically making it as easy as possible for them to say yes. All right, so does all this thinking like a reviewer stuff actually work? Let's take a look at the kind of results people see when they go from staring at red flags to getting their stores into the green. Okay, get this. This is a pretty powerful number. By focusing on just the top handful of issues that the report flags, merchants see their trust score jump by an average of 24 points. I mean, that is a massive, measurable jump in how trustworthy your site looks to a real person. And this is the part that saves you a ton of headache. For those really severe critical risk issues, which are often just vague or contradictory policies, a whopping 80% of them are usually fixed just by copying and pasting the text the tool gives you. It just takes all the legal guesswork right out of the equation. And maybe the most important part of all, this is fast. A lot of store owners go from that feeling of total confusion, I have no idea what's wrong, to having a clean, fixed, and totally defensible store in about a day. And that speed is absolutely critical when every single hour you're suspended means you're losing money. So you see, you don't have to operate in the dark anymore. The patterns that cause these suspensions are knowable, the fixes are totally achievable, and the path out of Google's black box isn't some kind of magic. It's just about replacing panic with a clear, methodical process. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to finally stop guessing and start fixing?